Hello, this is Mrs. Rodolfi, and I will be going through lesson 25.3, practice in the SpringBoard book on page 380. So this lesson was getting into multiplying polynomials. So now we're not just dealing with binomials, but as you see, we have some trinomials. So it gets a little more complex. So I'm going to go through and use a variation of the methods that I taught in class, and you get to choose the distributive property and FOIL that I will be using interchangeably just to model these. And I would suggest doing these first. As I always tell you, do these first. So, if the box method works for you, use that for all of them. And even if I use a different method, we should both get the same answer. So watch a couple examples first, that's fine. But then I want you to pause the video and I want you to do some yourself. So between each problem, pause the video, try it yourself first, then if you just watch the video and just copy down what I'm doing. You have to be able to do it on your own so that you can do it on your own on the quiz and test. So the first one, I'm going to show you how to use the box method when you just have one term on the outside of the parentheses. I'm going to use a separate sheet of paper. So that is x times x plus 7 for number 13. So you can use the box method for these. I'm going to put x on the top of the box, and then I have two terms, so x, and I always put plus. So it just helps me know that if it's positive or negative. So x times x is x squared. Remember, follow the exponent rules. This is x to the first power times x to the first power. We keep the variable the same, and then we just add the exponents, x squared. And then 7 times x is 7x. And from largest exponent to smallest, that is your answer. Number 14 is another one like that, x times 2x minus 5. So I'm just going to use distributive property on this one. We would just multiply the x by everything inside the parentheses. X times negative 5 is minus 5x. Make sure it's in standard form, which it is. That's your answer. Number 15. Now we have two binomials, y plus 3 times y plus 6. So I'm going to use FOIL. FOIL, F stands for the first terms, which are the first ones in each set of parentheses. So that's y times y, y squared. Outside terms would be y times 6 plus 6y. Inside terms, 3 times y plus 3y. Plus 18. Then we want to combine like terms. I notice that my two middle terms are both with y, 6y, 9y plus 18. And doing that method will keep it in standard form as long as your y values are first. Now, that won't be the case if it was 3 plus y times 6 plus y, so just always make sure you rearrange it to standard form as you will. (16) y plus 3 times y minus 6. So for this one, so for distributive property, to highlight what I'm doing. So the first terms I separate. I take out y first. I want to multiply it by everything in the second binomial, y minus 6. So y from the first. Then I'm going to take out this plus 3 and also multiply or distribute it to the y minus 6. So we break up y plus 3 and we multiply both those terms by y minus 6. times y is y squared. Y times negative 6 is negative 6y. Then distribute the 3 in the other set. 3 times y plus 3y. 3 times negative 6 minus 18. Two middle terms, negative 6y plus 3y would give us negative 3y, and that's in standard form. Number 17. Squared minus 5x plus 1. So let's try the box method again. So x is my one term on the outside of the parentheses, so I'm going to put that at the top. Then I have 3 terms, so I'm going to put 2x squared All right, then we're getting into some larger exponents now. So remember, this is x to the first power times 2x squared. I need to add my exponents. 2 plus 1 is 3, so that's 2x cubed. Then I have negative 5, so that's negative 5x squared, and then x times 1 is just x. Write it in standard form, 2x cubed minus 5x plus x. Final answer. Is x minus 1 times 2x squared minus 5x plus 1. So if we use the distributive property for this one, I'm going to take my term of the trinomial here, 2x squared minus 5x plus 1. Then I'm going to take the second term, negative 1, and I'm also going to multiply it by everything in that trinomial. So again, to highlight what I'm doing, these terms are on side by this polynomial in the second set of parentheses. Then we distribute x times 2x squared cubed. Then we have x times negative 5x. Add our exponents, negative 5x squared, and then we have negative 1 times 2x squared, which becomes negative 2x squared. Negative 1 times negative 5x is plus 5x, and negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Then we want to combine our like terms. Negative 5x and then plus x plus 5x. 2x cubed stays the same. Negative 5x minus 2x is negative 7x squared. X plus 5. All right, do 19 and 20 on your own, and I have the key posted. Check yours. I'm going to jump over to 21 and 22 just to go over when we have 3 sets of binomials. So times x minus 3 times x plus 1. So first I'll go over it using the box method, and then on the other one I'll do distributive binomials. So just like ignore x plus 1 right now. We've been dealing with these types. So let's use the box method. X plus 2, x minus 3. So x times x is x squared. X times 2, 2. Negative 3 times 2, negative 6. Combine those diagonal terms. x squared, and then negative 3x plus 2. Now that is our answer to the first two binomials. We still have this one on the end. So x plus 1. Now I can use the box method again to solve. So I can do x squared minus x minus 6. And then I could have x cubed. Negative x times x is negative x squared. Negative 6 times x, negative 6x. X squared times 1, x squared. Negative x times 1, negative x. Negative 6 times 1, negative 6. Combine your like terms. And notice a pattern, your like terms will be diagonal from each other. All right, so x cubed stays the same. Negative x minus 6x is negative 7x, and then minus 6. That is your answer. So don't think of these as too complicated. You just break them up into two different parts. 22, let's do it using distributive property. 2x minus 3 times 2x plus 1. Again, I'm just going to look at these first two. So I'm going to take that first term, x, multiply it by the second term, 2x minus 3. Then I'm going to take my second term plus 2. So when you have the distributive property, the same binomial, the same terms are in your parentheses. And then terms on the outside come from your first set of parentheses. All right, then distribute. X times 2x is 2x squared. X times negative 3 minus 3x. 2 times 2x plus 4x. 2 times negative. Combine your like terms. Negative 3x plus 4x is 1x. So our answer, now I need to bring down this third binomial. And then what I do is if I'm using distributive property, I use the one with less terms to put on the outside. So I'm going to break this one up and take the 2x out and multiply it by 2. And then the plus 1 also by 2x squared plus x minus 6. So to put on the outside of the parentheses, and then I use the larger trinomial for the inside. All right, then distributive property, 2x times 2x x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 6 is negative 12x, and then 1 times 2x squared is 2x squared. 1 times x is x, and 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. Combine your we have 2x squared plus 2x squared, and then we have negative 12x plus x. Bring down the 4x cubed. 2x squared plus 2x squared is 4x squared. Negative 12x plus x. And that is the answer. So I hope this helped to show you the different types of methods. And again, choose what works best for you. Have a great rest of your day.